The mesh stitch is one of the most popular stitches you will find for this season, so I am here to show you step by step on how to create it so you can make it for your own future projects. Hello everyone and welcome to Amparo Wonderland. Today I am showing you, as I said, how to create this mesh stitch. It is very beginner friendly, super easy to follow, and you will be able to use it for any projects that you have in line for yourself. So let's go ahead and jump right into the materials. Here we go. Here we have our materials. We have our sharp pair of scissors. We need a crochet hook, any size you want depending on the yarn you're using. I am using a 3.75mm hook. Our best friends here, the stitch markers, and of course our yarn. I will be using a cotton yarn because if we are creating a summer apparel, we are needing a breathable fiber, and cotton is one of those best yarn types that you would want for that. So now that we've got that settled, let's stop talking and let's get yarning. So first things first, we got to figure out if we want to do the mesh stitch in rows or in rounds. So for this video, we're going to go ahead and create in rows. So that means that we need to create ourselves a slip knot. If you do not know how to create a slip knot, I do have a short available for you up there if you want to take a little break and follow it step by step before you move on. So now that we have our slip knot on our hook here, we're going to do a foundation chain that is a multiple of 3 plus 5. So I'm going to do 23 chains in total. So that means that the multiple of 3 is the 18 plus 5 is 23. So let's go ahead and create 23 chains. To create a chain, if you do not know how, what you're going to do is that you are going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through right through that stitch or loop that is already on your hook. So just pull it right through like that. Okay, let's show you again. So you're going to yarn over, and that yarn over is going to pull right through this loop right there. That's 2. It's that easy. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through that loop. I said 2, I'm sorry, I meant the loop. Now, as you can see, each chain creates kind of like a V shape, and to count your chains, you just gotta count the V's. So you go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and create my total of 23 chains. You do as many as you want or as little as you want. Just make sure that they are, as I said, a multiple of 3 plus 5. Alright, so here I have my 23 chains, and what I want you to do if you're a beginner, I want you to count back 1, 2, 3, and I want you to mark it up, because that chain we're going to come back to when we are creating row 2. That way it'll be easier for you to count it or see where you are. Alright, so now that we got that settled, what we're going to do is that we're going to count back 8 chains, and we're going to work a double crochet into it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In that 8th chain, we're going to do a double crochet. To create a double crochet, we're going to yarn over once, place your hook into the 8th chain, you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. You now have 3 loops on your hook, like so. You're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again. Because you have 2 loops left, you're going to pull right through those 2 loops. And that is your double crochet, and you have your first little window to create your mesh stitch. So let's continue. Now we do chain 2. So that's 1 and 2. And we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and work into the 3rd. So you skip 1, 2, go into the 3rd, and we're doing a double crochet. So you yarn over, go into that chain, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Now you've got your 3 loops, so you yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. And now you've got 2 little windows here. And you just continue that pattern. So you chain 2, skip 2, work into the 3rd, a double crochet. So you yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. Alright, so continue all the way down to the end of your chain, and then come back and I'll show you what we're going to do for row 2. So here we've got our little mesh stitch so far. This is row 1, and now we're going to move on to row 2. So for row 2, what we're going to do is that first we are going to chain 5. So chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we are going to turn our work. I like to turn my work this way. You can turn it whichever way you wish. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to work into that double crochet. But first, what I would like you to do is that I would like you to mark up that 3rd chain from the hook first, because when you come back, you're going to work into that chain, the 3rd chain there. Okay, so now we can move on. Let's go ahead and create a double crochet into our double crochet here. So if it helps out, you can look at the top because you can see the little V's which create the stitch. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. You got your 3 loops, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. There we go, we got our first window for row 2. And now we're going to do what we did before. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to create a double crochet into the next double crochet. That means that you're skipping 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into the double crochet. As I say, you can look at the top to make sure that you're going through the correct chain or the correct stitch. Yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And now you got 2 little windows on that row 2. And you just continue that pattern. So chain 2, skip 2, and work into your double crochet and create a double crochet on top of that double crochet. Just like so. Alright? And just continue that pattern all the way to the end, and I'll show you how we're going to work into this chain here, so that way you can finalize your stitch. Woohoo! Alright, so here we are. Okay, I'm on the last one here. I'm going to create a double crochet into this chain here. That's why I asked you to mark it up, because if you didn't, you might get lost and won't know where exactly to do the double crochet. So let's go ahead and chain 2 and create a double crochet into that chain that you had marked up, like so, like this, and there you go. Now you have that little mesh stitch. You've got 2 rows of it. And now all you gotta do is continue that pattern from row 2. So that means that we are going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Mark up that 3rd chain from the hook, so that way you know that that's the chain you're gonna be working into when you come back. Like this. And then you're going to do a double crochet into that first double crochet there from the previous row. Just like that. Da-da-da! And you got another little window there for row 3. Okay? So now you continue that pattern, the chain 2, and then double crochet into the previous double crochet here. Like so, like this. Make sure you go through the whole double crochet here, okay? You want to have both loops on top of your hook. Like this. Perfect. There we go. Another window. Okay? So I'm going to continue creating all my stitches. I'm going to create a few more rows so that way you can see how it looks when you create a bigger project. And don't forget to always mark up on the third chain when you create your chain 5, and that will help you figure out where to create your double crochet at the end. And here we are, our final product of the mesh stitch. It's very easy and beginner friendly. Here I made a total of 7 rows. If you want to count the rows, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you just count the holes of where they are to figure out how many rows you've got in total. And that's it. And when you're done, all you gotta do is fasten off. So you just cut the end here, wherever you want. If you want a long one, you can do a long one. Short one, do a short one. Depends on what you're creating. And then you just pull the loop up like that, and that's it. You're done. You have fastened off. And lastly, you just weave in your ends depending on what you're doing with your project. So now you know how to create this mesh stitch. It was very easy and beginner friendly, don't you think? If you agree, give it a thumbs up because it really helps me out to figure out what you all think about these stitches that I teach you. If you are interested in the rounds or any other sort of stitch, let me know in the comment section down below and I can go ahead and create a video for you all. If you are looking for a different type of mesh stitch that is also beginner friendly, I do have another video tutorial available for you all and you can check it out right here. It is also very easy and beginner friendly, so I will see you there. And if not, then I will see you in the next one. Bye!